Hi, this is a recording of the remarks given by Anu Vedantham at the LSC Webinar on June 23rd, 2014. The- Hi, I'm Anu Vedantham from Penn Libraries. To start us off, here is a photo of students at the University of Pennsylvania at our annual Freshman Social, which brings dancing with a DJ to the library. I'm going to discuss 3 learning spaces today: the Weigel Information Commons, opened in 2006, the Education Commons in 2011, and the Collaborative Classroom just opened this past February. A few words about learning space design. In an ideal world, we might start with the vision. Guide on the side versus sage on a stage could be one. Show what you know could be another. We see a photograph or hear a story and we get inspired. We hold focus groups and we develop consensus locally. We fundraise. In the next stage, we choose what to include and what to leave out of the new space. During the building stage, we negotiate with architects. Sometimes our choices change as a result. Once the ribbon is cut, we help campus to discover the space and learn how to use it. Faculty and students may adapt, re-engineer, or just ignore its capabilities. They may resist and resent decisions made earlier. We assess and evaluate. Lessons learned inform the next iteration. In the real world, there's confusion. We often jump stages along the way. A new classroom inspires several more before the construction dust settles. We move from fad to fad. We may have difficulty acknowledging that a fancy technology setup is barely used. A funding opportunity or a change in leadership can disrupt a project, forcing rapid decisions. Behind every learning space are stories of key moments when everything came sharply into focus. One frequent comment is, "We did the best we could at the time." Another is, "We had no choice but to go that route." So in the real world, it's helpful to keep some good ideas in our back pockets, ready to use when a key moment comes along. I'm going to talk about the different stages with a few comments on each. Learning space projects involve situations of individual and group choice. Sheena Iyengar's book, The Art of Choosing, explains the psychology involved when we have too many options to choose from. The perception of fairness and transparency of process can be crucial. A choice imposed without participatory design may lack the buy-in needed later. A transparent process where individuals share preferences explicitly helps bridge differences. Awareness that my perspective is not shared by my colleagues helps me to mediate my own requests. Moving to the building stage, I would encourage you to satisfice, a process that emphasizes acceptable rather than optimal. Our Education Commons sits below the stadium bleachers. That explains the odd shape of the ceiling, and above a personal gym. It's long, it's narrow, and it's off the beaten path. It has many physical constraints. But thanks to creative architecture, the space has been transformed. Waiting for perfection can hamper our ability to progress. Fertile ground for learning spaces may be hiding in plain sight on your campus. Penn Libraries receive the opportunity to manage the space based on campus confidence in our ability to steward collaborative spaces such as the Weigel Information Commons. To the use and adapt stage, the Weigel Information Commons has been packed since 2006. Last year, we hosted over 1,800 groups each month. We learn from watching how people behave in our spaces. This group has used paper and tape to add writing surfaces to their diner booth. The large table surface helps the group to spread out. Technology acceptance model helps explain why I would accept a new technology. I need to believe it is both useful and easy to use. A simple interface is easier on faculty and students, but simple interfaces are harder to troubleshoot and upgrade. Library decisions impact the technical simplicity of the learning space. Library commitment to training and support impacts campus perception of usefulness and ease of use. I'll share a quote from John McDermott here at the University of Pennsylvania. "Start small, think simple, don't wait." Here are some questions to use as you observe learning spaces on your campus. Role playing is helpful here. You can pretend to be the student or the professor. In the lecture hall on left, a student in the middle of the back row is stuck. I am expected to sit still and to be quiet. In the collaborative classroom on the right, I'm expected to walk around, draw on the walls, and talk. Students have commented that our space reminds them of a crazy scientist who is always trying new things. We believe in the philosophy of better broken than dusty. In our media lab, anyone can create. If we can lend it, we do. We make it easy to move our chairs and our whiteboards. We make services self-service so you don't have to ask permission. You can eat, sleep, and make noise. We keep our programs lighthearted and flexible. It's fine to arrive late and walk in without advance notice. We welcome campus organizations to provide services here. The emphasis on shared ownership of the space has succeeded for us. We recently opened our collaborative classroom in a room previously used for government documents. After touring Johns Hopkins, we used participatory design principles to interview faculty. We collaborated with the Student Committee on Undergraduate Education. SKU was interested in problem-based learning, and the library was interested in flipped classroom experimentation. We found some areas of overlap. The space contains 5 round tables, similar to Scale Up and Teal, each with its own projection screen. Whiteboard and glass walls surround the room. You can draw on the walls and project at the same time. In one exercise, we displayed a world map, asking participants to mark countries of interest. In another, we used iPads to take photographs of wall annotations so that we could read and revise efficiently. Connecting physical and virtual content in a live teaching situation is powerful. The classroom is a sandbox where faculty can experiment with new pedagogies. One student commented, "Most classrooms are formal and businesslike. This one is relaxed. It feels like a clubhouse." But not everyone likes that sense of chaos, so a trial run can really help faculty. Up, I'm going to come all the way back around to vision and suggest that we need to look at realistic human behavior. Here are some principles to consider. Mobile is better than fixed. Brainstorming is easier where you can draw your thoughts. Simple to use is worth it, even if it's hard to maintain. Building decisions last a long time. What is state-of-the-art today may look clunky tomorrow, so building in flexibility can be helpful. Thank you for your time. I look forward to your questions and comments.